Thunderbolts, the latest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, arrives with far more impact than many fans anticipated. Marketed as a ragtag ensemble of former villains, assassins, and government rejects, the movie not only elevates these sideline characters, but also paves the path toward the explosive final chapters of the multiverse saga. By the time the credits roll, Thunderbolts has shifted the landscape of the MCU in more ways than one. Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. Let's break down the major plot points, character arcs, and, of course, the ending and post-credit scenes, including what they mean for the future of Marvel's multiverse and upcoming titles like Fantastic Four, First Steps in Avengers Doomsday. The final battle, Entering the Void. The climax of Thunderbolts features a dramatic tonal shift from espionage and psychological tension to multiversal horror. The team faces their most dangerous opponent yet, the Void, the destructive alter ego of Bob Reynolds, a newly introduced character in the MCU who comic fans know better as Sentry. In a desperate effort to stop the annihilation of New York City, the Thunderbolts don't just confront an enemy, they step directly into a mindscape of nightmares. Yelena Belova leads the charge, entering the void to reach Bob at the heart of his own fractured psyche. What follows is a surreal and emotionally heavy sequence where memories, trauma, and internal demons take center stage. Inside Bob's mind, Yelena encounters a loop of his worst moments, but it's her empathy, not her combat skills, that makes the difference. She breaks through to Bob with kindness, recognizing the pain behind the monster. When the rest of the team joins her, they confront Bob's darkest memory together. It's not brute force that defeats the Void. It's connection, understanding, and teamwork. In the end, they help Bob regain control, allowing the city to return to normal and saving countless lives in the process. What happens to Sentry? After the Void is defeated, 14 months after the climactic battle, we catch up with the team, now operating as the New Avengers. Surprisingly, Bob is no longer active in the field. Instead, he's seen quietly reading in the Avengers Tower, apologizing for not joining a mission. He openly acknowledges that he still has his powers, but using them risks unleashing the Void again. This moment is telling. It's not a power loss story, it's a story about restraint. Bob chooses peace over power, a rare and compelling take in a universe that often glorifies raw strength. His presence still looms large, however, and it's clear that his internal struggle will remain a long-term arc, possibly re-emerging in Avengers Doomsday. Nightmares of the Thunderbolts. While Yelena's and Bob's internal trauma is directly explored in the Void sequence, the film hints that other team members faced similar horrors. Although we don't see their nightmare rooms, the implications are clear. Ava Starr, Ghost, likely faced memories of her transformation and the victims of her past missions. Alexei, Red Guardian, would have relived the regret of allowing Natasha and Yelena to be taken by the Red Room. Bucky Barnes continues to carry the emotional burden of his decades as the Winter Soldier. Each character is shaped by grief, trauma, and guilt, and this shared vulnerability ultimately strengthens their bond as a team.
Avengers are not coming. Who will keep people?
The New Avengers, a reimagined team for the MCU. By the end of the film, the Thunderbolts have evolved into a new kind of hero team. Officially recognized by the government, the group adopts the name The New Avengers. This contrasts significantly with their comic book counterparts, where the New Avengers were a rogue group operating outside the law. In the MCU, Valentina Allegra de Fontaine helps position the team as legitimate, even though her own role is shady at best. With her future uncertain after being involved in illegal experiments and near impeachment, the Thunderbolts have leverage. And Yelena makes sure to remind her of that. "We own you now," she says, signaling a reversal in their power dynamic.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't.
Confirmed New Avengers roster. The lineup includes Yelena Belova, now firmly stepping into a leadership role. John Walker, U.S. agent, providing military might and tactical skills. Red Guardian, the enthusiastic and slightly comedic bruiser. Ghost, Ava Starr. With her quantum phasing abilities, she's a wild card. Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, Though not a core member, Bucky is close to the team and acts as an advisor. Bob Reynolds, Sentry, technically on the bench, but still a critical presence. It's notable that Bob is no longer part of the public lineup due to the potential threat the Void poses. While he may not be listed as an official member, his story is far from over. The Wedies Box came true. In a lighter moment earlier in the film, Red Guardian jokes about the team making it onto the front of a Wedies Box, a classic nod to athletic greatness in American culture. What starts as a joke becomes a reality, symbolizing how far the team has come in gaining public acceptance. It also reflects the MCU's clever blending of real-world branding with character arcs. The Wedies Box is more than just a serial cameo. It's validation for a group that was once considered disposable.
I am a void.
Yolena and Valentina, a power shift. The relationship between Yolena and Valentina is one of the film's most intriguing dynamics. Once a subordinate, Yolena now has the upper hand, with Valentina's political power hanging by a thread and with evidence linking her to the blackout and deaths caused by the Void incident. The Thunderbolts are no longer pawns, they're kingmakers. Yelena's cold declaration, "We own you now," doesn't just assert dominance. It ensures that Valentina won't manipulate them again without consequences.
But eventually, you come to realize that there are...
Post-credits scene. The Fantastic Four arrive. The post-credits scene is perhaps one of the most important stingers in MCU history, both in length and impact. Set 14 months after the events of the main film, the new Avengers are in their new base at Avengers Tower. They're dealing with media scrutiny, public backlash, and even a legal dispute over the Avengers name, hinting at tension with Sam Wilson's Avengers faction. The characters wear updated suits. Yelena is confidently in charge, with Bucky offering occasional mentorship. Bob, still afraid of losing control, refrains from participating, but he's clearly part of the extended team dynamic. The tone shifts when a sudden alert comes through. A massive object is entering Earth's atmosphere. The team gathers around, and on the monitor is a shot of the Fantastic Four's spacecraft. This confirms theories about Fantastic Four: First Steps, which is rumored to end with the team hurtling toward Earth 616 from another universe. This confirms two major things. One, the Fantastic Four exists in a different timeline, Ashker universe, at least initially. Two, the multiversal collision teased in Loki, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and Spider-Man: No Way Home is about to escalate significantly.
Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
What it means for Avengers. Doomsday with the Fantastic Four. Now in the 616 universe, Avengers. Doomsday is positioned to bring together a truly multiversal roster of heroes. The new Avengers, Sam Wilson's team, and even the cosmic tier characters introduced in the Marvels may all converge in the next saga-ending showdown. The Thunderbolts' transformation from expendable assets to Earth's frontline defenders is complete, and their involvement in the next phase of the MCU is now inevitable.
You unleashed.
Our nerdy thoughts. Thunderbolts is far more than a team-up of second-tier characters. It redefines what it means to be a hero in the MCU, especially when that title comes with baggage, regrets, and internal darkness. It introduces one of Marvel's most complex characters in Bob Reynolds, plants seeds for Fantastic Four and Avengers, Doomsday, and elevates Yelena Belova as a legitimate leader, with post-credits that push the multiverse to the brink and character arcs grounded in trauma and redemption. Thunderbolts stands as a turning point for the MCU's narrative, quietly powerful, unexpectedly emotional, and explosively consequential. And that's a wrap on Thunderbolts, from misfits to multiverse game changers. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss what's next in the MCU. The Fantastic Four are here in Avengers. Doomsday is on the horizon. Catch you in the next one.